Hi there, and thanks for joining me for this week's edition of your Wheel and Anchor weekly newsletter. Standing here on the beach in Bali, Indonesia, where I've spent a few days with our LiveAway 2023 group that's here for a couple of weeks, or actually many of them are here for the whole month. It's a beautiful spot, as you can tell by the beach behind me. And it's very interesting because the vibe here is quite different than in Thailand, where of course we spent the last month with a whole group of members, and we had a great time there. And here the feeling is really quite different in Indonesia. Of course, the island of Bali, being predominantly Hindu, is covered in incredible mosques, architecture. The whole way of life is really quite different than what we experience in Thailand. And I think that for those members who joined us for both programs, they're really quite taken aback. We often lump this part of the world sort of in one category, and yet the differences in the culture, the architecture. This island is quite densely populated. In fact, the area here around Denpasar, the capital, is just full of narrow streets with lots of galleries and antique shops and bars and restaurants, and very lively, very almost boisterous, but in a positive way. And yet here we are on the beach, hardly anybody here. There's a beautiful boardwalk that runs along in front of our hotel. It goes a whole 7 kilometers, so great for afternoon strolls. In fact, our group today is across the bay here on the island of Nusa Penida, which sits just off of Bali, in between Bali and Lombok. And one of the neat little excursions that we take, as well as to all of the famed temples, the water temples. And back over there, hidden in the clouds, you've got Mount Agung, the famous volcano, 3,000 meters high, that is the sort of the landmark and the holiest place in Bali. So lots to see and do. In fact, just this week we released our LiveAway program for 2024 to Bali. If you missed out on that webinar, please do take a look at the replay of it, which you'll find, of course, linked in the blog below. One of many programs that we're going to be releasing in the coming weeks. We're rolling out our 2024 LiveAways under that new concept where you're 2 weeks in one place, and you have the ability then to combine it, for example, Thailand with here in Bali, Indonesia, and many of the other places. So lots in store as usual. And today, actually, I'm making my way back to Europe to meet our group who is joining me in Malta for our Mediterranean LiveAway there that starts in just a couple days' time. So if you're on that, I look forward to meeting you soon. And if you're still back at home, well, know that we're thinking about you from this very warm, beautiful weather here on the beaches in Bali. Take care. We'll catch up to you again next week.